I personally enjoyed it. I liked it very much. Of course, it was fair. It had well laid out metrics, but I think the process was very enjoyable. You never felt bored. The way the entries were presented, the way online scoring happened, and the flexibility it gave us in terms of online scoring was commendable. And I thought we were able to do justice to the entries which were there for judging. One significant aspect is that we could feel, and personally I could also feel, that agencies, marketeers, companies are now looking at OH as a very typical and definite segment which needs unique solutions. And I think that's the strength of what the OH industry is going through and what marketeers feel about. They are creating unique solutions for OH, very creative. So very happy.
Online judging was quite convenient, very well done, very simple, and it gave this opportunity for the jury members to be able to see all the contestants and all the entries, go back and forth, re-evaluate if necessary. Most importantly, in any judgment process, you have to go back and forth because there are multiple attributes on which we are comparing and evaluating, and it's all relative. And this online process at least helped in a way of making changes and comparing all the entries quite well. Some of the entries were remarkable, very impressive, and I'm sure many of them the jury felt deserved gold, and you would therefore notice all the gold winners having created not only a very effective way of delivering a message, but the whole creativity of the message and the core central theme of the message very, very relevant to that brand. That we are seeing all through, but overall I think we could have had a lot more better outdoor opportunities.
Suggestions? I think there are a lot of good entries, lots of good entries, some with great creativity. But I think in some categories what I can see is that that a lot of people have filed entries into wrong categories, and I think they need to be a little more careful about which category they should really participate in, because you know, as jury we were not looking at changing their category from where they have applied, but we all felt that you know, some of them should have applied for a different category where they stood a chance but they couldn't be considered, and the categories where they applied, probably the relevance of that category was not there.
Very interesting, lot of interesting work, you know, as in many awards categories, and you know, I have judged a few in the past as well. There's a wide spectrum of work from the really good to the really poor, but in this case I have to say that across most of the categories there were clear winners emerging. That's not always the case. I think apart from one odd category where we could not think of anybody whom we would like to give an award to, all the categories had some really good quality entries. So overall, yes, excellent.
Entries somehow were not right, in the sense the people who had put in their entries may not have put in the right categories, or maybe the category definitions were not understood in the correct fashion that they should. So many a times we got really tempted of moving some entries from one category to the other and give them more awards, but that was not possible because it's only up to the you know, participants to decide which category they want to enter it for.
It was very open, and that was the best part. You know, when we all came into a room, we actually, the environment was such that we had to break all our shackles before coming in. The interaction between the jury members was very healthy. So it's always good to know the other person before we start arguing, debating. You know, these things are a lot of personal opinions and point of view come into play, and I think overall it was done very scientifically.